What's up, everybody? I see that the chat never comes in until I hit start, and I'm not able to look at the YouTube page right before this, so it always gives me a flood of messages all at first. But hey, PC, thanks for posting stuff. Um, Hi, AR. Uh, that's all I see at the moment. On my side of it, anyway. The um, yeah. First of all, bear with me a little bit today, guys. I'm sick. I've got I've got some kind of cold or flu or something, and don't feel well. So I may be stepping away from the camera off and on, and just whatever, just because I don't feel well. So, but the a lot's happened since our last visit. We'll get there in a minute. Uh, People are still coming in and stuff, so we'll kind
Yeah,
of mess around here for a minute. The
APC, and I see Let's Farm and Ember, and
I'm sure some of you caught there's a trailer to my video now, and it's the Ark Encounter promo. Uh, Ark Encounter, hey, uh, you're gonna want to come to this. It's gonna be something special.
yes,
The Things are just going swimmingly. Things are going great. We've got our guests. We've got an awesome guest lineup. We've got lots of great people on top of those guests coming that you don't even know about those yet. That are other people, creators and people within the community that you would know. Um,
guests,
there,
special
yeah,
guests,
we're working on some special events.
and I'll be
Some,
there.
yeah, Robin will be there. Someone asked that the other day. Is Robin going to be there?
I'm going to be dressed up as Pebbles.
Yeah, I was gonna at one time dress as one of the Flintstone characters for this, but
Bam Bam.
yeah, I think I was supposed to be Betty.
Oh,
Uh,
Betty. No,
yeah,
you make a good Bam Bam. Bam Bam, Bam Bam. Or maybe your boy could be Bam Bam.
yeah. Oh, his name's Noah, so they probably let us in free if I take him up there. Uh, I am gonna bring Laura and my son with me though to the thing. I
Yeah,
don't know what that situation's going to be like. They probably won't be around a whole lot. I may just put them up in a hotel and
I'm
go do.
swinging.
Um, I don't know how else to handle that because there's going to be stuff that my kid doesn't. I don't necessarily want my kid going to everything. I imagine there's going to be some debauchery. You get all these atheists together in one place, right? But
Ember
no
said,
worse than
boy should
anything
walk
that
in
they
and
do
be
in the
like,
church,
this is
though. So
mine, get out.
yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
I wish they'd work.
and also, I don't have a guest thing for Robin, but if you type exclamation point Robin, it will give you her channel information, and you can go over there and subscribe and stuff. The channel is sponsored by Smoke Cartel. Use that QR code right there, take you and get you the cheapest prices of any head shop on the internet. They got bongs and pops and all kinds of stuff, all your smoking needs. Trays. I bought a Trailer Park Boys rolling tray off there. Guess how much it was, Robin? Guess.
Uh,
Medium size rolling tray.
I don't know. $10.
$2.
$2.
Yes.
Damn.
And if you go and you
You get
click on
free
the Elite
shipping, right?
membership and you use that code KY Atheist, you will get an Elite membership for a whole year for $12, which is all free shipping and even more discounts on the prices. So, but Google says 17 hours and 20 minutes from my house to the Ark Encounter.
Well,
That last 20 minutes is going to be rough.
that you're only 15 hours from my house. So if you can get to my house, then I'll go ahead and drive the rest of the way.
Yeah.
And Dave's here. I see Dave. So we have to say hi to Dave.
So one of the things I want to talk about with I don't know how many people are here that are going just yet, but maybe you'll see this later. I think this show's been actually getting more views after the fact. But the so we've got a couple options on things, and I'll tell you what I think, and then you guys can get in touch with me and let me know what you think or whatever. So a cheaper way to do this, and that would be fun, is to get an Airbnb with like 6 bedrooms and have people stay together, and then you could do it for like 150 or so dollars a month, or maybe like actually I think I forget what the number me and Jess came up with, but I want to say it was like $200 and all that's paid for you, like for the whole weekend. And so there's that option, and I'm still going to reserve a bank of hotel rooms. I've already got a few people's already paid for and got their hotel rooms, and RN's arrangements are already straightened out. Um, I'm working on some behind the scenes stuff for some of the other stuff to do with it, and the fundraising stuff is up and going. In the description of all my videos, there's fundraising options: PayPal and GoFundMe. Um, doesn't matter. Use whichever one you want. Uh, the let's see, what else is there about the Ark Encounter protest? I don't want to give too many things away that haven't happened yet. Like there's some stuff going on still that I don't want to get into too deep. Um, but needless to say, we're working with a number of people, and um, I think this is going to be really good. I think we're going to do something really awesome. And what I love about this is we don't charge anything for tickets, right? You don't have to pay anything to come protest with us. Just show up. That's it. Um,
Bring water
yeah. You might want to bring water. It's going to be
and
hot in Kentucky.
sunscreen. And
Yeah.
sunscreen. Yeah, it would be very hot and it will be very muggy. Like,
I will be bringing sunscreen and water and first aid stuff and all those goodies. I'll be bringing all that stuff, but I'm sure there's not going to be enough for everybody there. So you may want to bring your own stuff as far as that. And besides that, I think some people are probably kind of weird about sharing sunscreen and stuff with people, even though I'm not sure why.
we we do.
Um,
Surely somebody knows CPR and stuff like that out of the bunch, don't they? You do, don't you?
yeah. Um,
That's right. I forgot you were.
I will. I'll have stuff there though. And so don't let something like that be the deal breaker. And if you're like on the fence about coming, and you may just have not sure if you can pull it off or whatever, you need a hand with something, whether it's a cheap place to stay or I need to buy you a $20 gas card to help you get the last little bit back home afterwards or whatever. Like whatever, like get a hold of me and let me know, because I'm more than willing to do whatever I can to help everybody who wants to enjoy this be able to. Um, all right, sorry, rambling.
I can put somebody up with me, which they can. Like if somebody comes from that way, and they need a place to stay before that, they can come to Kentucky to
Yeah,
my house. I'm in like between
is
there.
Big Bad Mama staying with you?
I don't know if Big Bad Mama's coming yet. He's gonna if he comes, he's gonna stay out in that little house. I'm gonna.
He said he was coming.
Okay, well, I want him
He
to.
better get his goddamn kazoo ready. And
Yeah, yeah. But I'm gonna put him. I'm working on. I'm planning on having that little my little cottage, guest cottage done by then, and so I'm gonna let him stay out there. That way, he can do like if he stays during that week, he can go do whatever he wants to do. He's, what I mean, he's got his own
yeah,
place. He can cook out there and everything. So
awesome. So yeah. There's I really hope he comes.
I do too. I do too. I really do.
But
Yes. Mom
um,
was so jealous.
if you see Jess around, which you probably won't because she's been like nonstop busy, um, tell her she's doing a good job.
She's doing
because
a great job.
she has worked. I mean, we've both put in a lot of work on this, actually. I mean, like I've been working on stuff too, but she's put in a lot of work and is very much appreciated. And you know,
She's very talented.
yes, she is. And I look, you know, daily. I get someone says, "Dude, your shows have awesome intros and all your art and things looks great and all that." And I'm like, "Yeah, just does all that." There's Chris Mallard from the Damn Network now. He'll be hosting. He'll
He's
be
our
the MC
DJ.
for the event.
Yeah, or
Uh,
DJ, the MC DJ.
and the way that that's probably going to go is Chris is, you know, he's got some experience in entertainment and I think is a great fit for that job and wanted to be part of something. So we got together and talked about it. And Chris is going to come if Durante will let him. And uh, he's also going to do a show from there. And we'll have like a little media center thing. Chris will get to do some interviews with some of the speakers and stuff like that. So even if you can't make it, there's other ways you can still make it, you know. Uh, but try to make it. It's gonna. This is. I plan on this being the biggest protest at the Ark since it was built. But
It's gonna be huge. I mean,
yeah,
I'm not gonna give nothing away, but we've got
a lot of big things.
yeah, we got a lot of big stuff going.
Yeah,
So it's real
and
exciting. Or mostly Joe and Jess do, but you know,
well,
but I get to be excited anyway.
as we go on further, like Chris has been working on some of the website stuff and helping out with some other stuff. And as we go on, there'll be more things for people to do. I've got a couple people who are going to help me set up and everything that morning, set up the stage and all that stuff. Uh, there'll be you know, people who want to volunteer their time and to help out with things. There's plenty to do. So get with me and it may be a while before any of it comes up. I mean, right now we're still just kind of right now. If you want to help, share share the promo. It's on my YouTube as a standalone video. Go share the promo and I mean share the fundraising stuff. I mean
and,
that's the free way to help now.
and we were talking about what kind of merch we could like maybe get made before the end,
Oh yeah,
and like tank tops or something. But I said a bandana. So if I don't know, you know, what I mean, like I would like I like I wear bandanas in summer. So I don't know. What do y'all think? If you put it in chat or something, if you think it'd be cool to have a
this is
bandana.
gonna hold on. I'll well shit. I did
What
this the
kind of
wrong
shit
way.
you got? What kind of background you got? Aiden? What is that?
Uh, it's an AI generated image of a big long table and
With a horse god?
um, yeah. Uh,
Very demonic looking
I'm
too.
still working
There's a
on
rat.
the design. Huh?
A rat. There's a rat over your head. That's gone now.
Oh well,
It was right
I
on top of
guess
your
it
head.
ran
It
well.
was sitting on your head.
Oh, that one
I don't know.
when I
It popped
leaned
up out of
forward.
there.
Yeah.
It popped
Uh,
up.
yeah. All right. So let me share this. So that is the logo and the design that'll be on the shirts. I'm undecided right now if I'm going to put. Right now it says the Kentucky Atheist on the sleeve, but I'm thinking about just taking that off and just so it's the Ark Encounter protest uh,
Why?
thing. So you don't. Yeah. Well, I mean, people may want to come to the protest that don't necessarily support my channel, and that's fine.
Hey,
I still want them
you
to
have
come.
done all this work. You keep your name on there.
Well,
You earned your spot.
Well, we'll see. But anyway, I'm working on
Hey, Speedy and
the
Tori. Who else? Speedy and Tori.
design. That's the logo, and will be on there. Whatever else goes on it or whatever will be something different. All
That's
right,
cool.
so
I
let's
like
get
it.
into talking about what's been going on in the
Yes,
world.
our man has been
Or
our president. Our president has been busy destroying our country, making us a fool on the
he's
world stage.
yes.
Are we great yet? I'm mostly
Well,
embarrassed.
yeah. Is America great again yet?
Eggs are real
By the way,
expensive.
we're
Gas is
yeah,
going
yeah,
up.
we're
We've got tariffs on aluminum, steel, and all kinds of retaliatory tariffs coming. So we're getting ready to get into a tariff war, and
Canada
we're
hates
still talking
us.
about invading Greenland
Greenland hates
and
us.
making Canada a state. And I feel like we're
So
living in the twilight zone.
so one of the funny things that is I
This
don't
is
know.
what
I guess
hell is like. I'm pretty sure. You know what I mean?
yeah. Well, we're getting there.
No,
One
what
of
Joe
the
must be
things,
working
one of
on
the
some
interesting
tech
things
stuff.
I heard was they
What
were
do y'all think
talking
about the
about.
bandana? Would y'all like to have a? I want a bandana. I really do. I like bandanas. I
I
have
can make
bandanas from all my
bandanas.
biker events. So, are you
I
froze,
will
Joe?
get you. I will get you. No, I shouldn't
Oh,
be.
maybe not.
I will get you a bandana made. Oh, I see what the problem is. Hold on.
Can y'all hear me?
They can hear you. I had stuff screwed up. Um, the
Hey, stop stupidity.
I'll get you a bandana made though.
I think
Some
Joe's
bandana.
froze.
Am I? Can you still not hear me?
Can y'all hear me? Let me know in the chat.
I can hear you. I can hear you. What in the world is going on? Can you hear me, Robin?
Okay, thank you.
Can
Joe's
you?
froze. I think he's like froze up. He's very sick tonight, so he's not feeling very good. You can hear Joe. I can't hear Joe.
Can you hear me now, Robin?
No, I can't hear Joe. I don't
You
hear
can't hear
nothing.
me? Well, that's not going to work. Um, hold on. Can you hear me now, Robin? Yeah.
Um,
Uh,
refresh. But is
I
that
don't
will that
guess
mess
they.
up what I'm on? I don't know what to do.
Hold
Tell me what
on.
to do, Joe. Tell me what to do.
I'm sending you a message. Hold on.
Put me backstage and bring me back in, I guess.
Well, I already did that. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? You can't hear me.
I still don't hear you. Okay, AR is saying refresh, and Liz is saying refresh. Is that what I need to
Yeah.
do, Joe?
Yeah, do that. All right, let me remove her. Then when she comes back, we should have. You can hear me now. Oh, it's okay. Um, so yeah, one of the funny things though is where there's been lawsuits against a number of the things that Trump has been trying to do. Um, those law states are those law states. Those lawsuits are primarily by blue states, right? Um, yeah, I think it's 22 on one, but the I might be wrong about that, but the so the red states where they're not fighting back against this, Trump's pummeling the red states to death because none of the blue states are actually having to deal with it. Um, now I have a special situation here in Kentucky, um, where as of right now we have a Democratic governor that's a pretty cool guy, but would it? Yeah, yeah. Could you believe that? Well, first of all, sorry, RFK was confirmed to the head of HHS. Um, could you believe Mitch McConnell spoke out against RFK's confirmation, like publicly? Yeah, he voted no, and he said before when he voted no that dude wasn't experienced in this and that in his which I'll read it to you. I won't pull it up on screen because that'll just be a pain in the ass for everybody. But yeah, well, here's what he said. Anyway, this is Mitch McConnell via the New York Times. Individuals, parents, and families have a right to push for a healthier nation and demand the best possible scientific guidance on preventing and treating illness. But a record of trafficking in dangerous conspiracy theories and eroding trust in public health institutions does not entitle Mr. Kennedy to lead these important efforts. So that's true. Yeah, me and you and Mitch all agree on one thing. Uh, yeah, I don't know I don't know if I have to burn my leftist card now or if I'm not like, am I just like left piece of shit now or am I still radical left or what? Um, yeah, I like the meme you posted about that a while back. Stop the Stupidity has gifted 5 Kentucky Atheist memberships. Manuel Puente, Alan Cannon, uh, yeah, BTF Wayne, Cosmic Kyle, and who was the other one? There was another one. I think it went to stop this. Oh, Threat and Sanity. There it is. Um, welcome. Hope you enjoy your memberships. There's emojis and stuff, and I do a member stream at least once a week, sometimes more. But come to the member streams. That's where it's at. That's where the fun happens. Uh, can Yeah, but yeah, so it was interesting to see Mitch McConnell speaking out against, but of course, he doesn't have to worry about a primary and all that. He's retiring. I don't think that he would have done any of that otherwise. I agree on weed legalization as well, Sumami. You, Yeah. Oh, sure. Let's let's go back to before that. If they wouldn't have played the dirty games with Supreme Court justices, um, yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, right. Oh no, I mean, I think, and the right and left both, for that matter. I think that most Americans are uh, horrifically underinformed about the workings of our government and the events that take place within our government and the importance of some of those events. Like, you what's up, Dan? I see you there, Cropsy Kills. I haven't seen you in a while, Dan. Good to see you. But uh, yeah, I think that we've kind of gotten used to, like, Trump is gonna, like, say this extreme thing, and he's gonna go on about Greenland and Gaza and all of this shit, and there is a there is like a this thinking process where you have to sit and think about the stupid that comes out of his mouth and decide whether this is the distraction or the war crime that he's going to commit. Like, which one is it? And um is he breaking? Yeah, it would be fun to do a game show like that. Is he breaking international law or just being a piece of shit? You choose. um Red, white, and blue land. Yeah. Can you believe an actual congressman put that in a bill that they wanted to rename it Red, White, and Blue Land? Rushmore. Yeah. Yeah. They're just gonna like, I think they'd be better to go out in the desert where the rocks are more orange. Um the Way out in the desert, all of them together. uh it's well, I think. Oh, yeah. Look, so that's one of the things I wanted to talk about. I have a background in computer science and with lots of studying to do with cybersecurity and stuff. And I can tell you this: they're they're purposely asking the wrong questions about. They say Elon Musk had read-only access. Well, that. What does that mean? Um, even if he didn't change anything, he doesn't. Him having access to read internal documents that are not available to the public is still a huge problem. And you if you look at the places that these people, the Doge people, have hit whenever they've the various places they've went, and the things Trump has been doing, there actually is some planning going on here somewhere. Now, I'm not saying Trump came up with the plan, because he couldn't plan his way out of, well, yeah, I don't doubt that. That sucks, Andrew. Uh, you can come here and eat ramen noodles with me. Um, uh, yeah, Dave, meritocracy is something I want to get into too in a sec. But uh, thanks for bringing that word up, actually, because I want to talk about that in a minute. But what you see happening is he gets rid of these attorneys generals, attorneys general, folks, and then he starts going into these departments to where, oh, if there was somebody with some oversight, there would have stopped that, and so it seems that um, there has been at least some sort of thought put into do this thing first before you go do this other thing, like um Elon. No, they didn't. You're right, and you can't just create a government office out of thin air either. um Yeah, 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 yeah. He was in. They had him going in skiffs. Like, he has no security clearance whatsoever. Nor could he ever have one. But, well, uh, they start fucking up people's social security, and some people anyway, their medical stuff, and their, things that some people just have never. Some people just haven't roughed it in that kind of way, and shit will pop off because the Republicans, I mean, let's face it, we've got a bunch of old white men, that are essentially the base of their party, and you think they're gonna be okay with, I paid into Social Security for 60 years and now I'm not gonna get any of it? Yeah, fucking right. Um, Well, I mean, maybe, because if what is the reason that Elon is supposedly going to all these places, right? What is the public facing reason that they're given that he's doing this stuff? To save money. It's the Office of Government Efficiency. Right. But when they wrote up a budget, even with all this money that Elon is supposedly finding, um, they added $4 trillion to the debt ceiling. Uh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I don't doubt that. I Yeah. Oh yeah, they want to make it unless you own a home, you can't vote at all. Uh, yeah, yeah. Now, Robin, you need a man to vote for you. You got some heavy shit you need carried. Yeah, you know what? I think it's hilarious whenever like men set themselves up in that position to where it's like, yeah, you need a man around, and it's like, what the fuck for, to fuck shit up? Like, um, can somebody else confirm that? Because I hear and see her just fine. You hold on. Can everybody see and hear Robin right now? I don't know what's going on if that's messed up. Um, they will. I see. Yeah, go ahead and try again. All right, she's leaving and coming back in again here. Hopefully that solves this issue. Um, all right, all right, all right, all right. Now say something, Robin. Yes, you are. You're on stage. Now you're not.
Blue.
Now you are again.
Can you see me now? Ember,
Yes.
Ember, Ember. Can you see me now?
Can everybody see and hear Robin now? Oh God, that hurts so bad. There we go. They can see and hear you. Robin, Robin, Robin.
Yeah.
If I say that, does she show up at my house and haunt me? Um,
No, I'm not haunting nobody. You're way too far away to haunt.
yeah.
But
Nobody wants to come to the shitty part of Kentucky just to haunt you.
what was I talking about before I went disappeared? Like, um,
um,
boy, talk about my shoo. I must have caught RFK's brainworm.
yeah, maybe. Uh, we was talking about Elon before, so did you see the part where the little kid tells Trump you're not the president?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not sure if he was talking to Trump or somebody off to the side of the desk, but it looks like he's talking to Trump,
And
which is fine.
Trump would be mad.
Oh yeah,
You
he
know, you like,
he
don't bring that brat back.
he told him, he said you're not the real president, so you don't get to talk or something like that. And
That Elon's son that said that.
yeah,
See,
yeah, and then he picked his nose on
like,
camera for a
yeah.
while.
What's the best thing about Elon? Elon is wearing his kid around his head, out in public all the
Yeah,
time. And like
his
a
kid
your
named
main,
X that he named after a
X.
letter.
His name's X, yeah. But
Yeah.
I mean, a human shield around his head with his own child.
Oh sure. That he has no shame. And
He has 12 kids. 12.
well, I mean, you know,
Think of
if I
think of
if
all
I
the
was the world's
trauma.
richest man and I didn't have 12 kids, I would be shocked.
Well, think of all the trauma that he has brought on to those 12 people, those 12 little kids.
Um, unimaginable. I mean, it's
But we know one, his daughter, he's got a trans daughter, and
yeah,
she spoke out about him. So
yeah. He's treated her less than human, and
yeah,
now continues to push for um treating trans people less than human. The Elon is a bad guy. Uh, he is. I think in the years going forward, if the world continues beyond this, uh, I think that we'll find out that Elon had a lot of ties to a lot of nefarious folks in a lot of countries during this time,
oh, he's
and
slimy, slimy, slimy.
I mean, one of the things that I try to keep in mind is whenever I see they're doing something, I'm like, well, even if they're wrong and I disagree,
completely. Like we have no hope of getting on the same page. I still try to stop and ask the question, like, what did they think this was going to? How did they think this action was going to benefit the country? And I keep finding myself coming to the conclusion that they didn't ever think that the whole reason was to do harm to this country,
It,
to
it was
weaken us.
it was no, it was to tear it down. And I mean, this was in the plan. The Tea Party. It started with the Tea Party, and the 20 it is to destruct all institutions so they can rebuild them, because that's the only way they can do it. You know what I mean? Is to weaken, like
Yeah,
like just blow it all up like you did Gaza,
yeah,
and raise it down and build it new. And that's what they think they're going to do. And that's why they're blowing up every single institution.
yeah.
And
Well,
what gets me though is
specific institutions.
I cannot believe the Supreme Court, even though they are on the same side. I cannot believe that the Supreme Court of the United States is sitting there and letting this punk them. You know what I mean?
Well,
Because they could
the
stop
Supreme
it.
Court, they don't get to enforce the law.
No,
They
that's his job, and he's not doing his job, and he should be
Well, right. It's the executive branch is supposed to be responsible for enforcing the law, and
tarred and feathered,
and
sent to Mars or something.
that's why Trump has. That's why they've put, what is it, like the last number I think I heard was like 60,000 civil servants that they put on notice that they want to fire. Um,
Yeah,
they're giving them the option to buy out and whatever, which has been blocked by a judge in some places. Um, the
they let some go today.
Oh yeah, they've that's this has been steadily going on, and it was the first step in Project 2025, right?
Yeah,
And Trump's Schedule F, which was to fire all these civil service workers and then rehire political appointees that will do your bidding on run these places with, with a bias, rather than civil servants who are not uh, loyal to either party necessarily in their job. Um, Lots of those civil servants have worked for presidents, Democrat and Republican, for years and years, and um,
it blows my mind about the FBI, because the FBI is the most. There has never been a director of the FBI that was a Democrat. Never. There's never been a Democratic FBI director. They have always been Republicans. And these people have turned on the FBI. He fired, like he made a bunch of them quit or whatever, and a bunch of prosecutors quit because he told them to prosecute all the people that were the FBI people that were like involved in January 6th stuff and everything. So
right.
I mean,
So
our country, they actually think our country can be run by idiots. I mean, we have this huge, enormous country. We have the richest country in the world, the largest economy in the world, just massive amounts of foreign policy and stuff. And they think that like dumbass Vance and Trump and Elon can just run it all by themselves.
yeah,
I mean, it's like Three Stooges trying to, I can't wait till it starts affecting some of them.
yeah. Let's see. I want to.
But gas is going up. So, and that's their number one thing. You know what I mean? The price of gas. So they will start whining when gas gets high, no matter what, no matter who's in office. They will cry over gas.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's been this. I don't know. I mean, like Trump promised to lower prices. Prices are going up. he promised to end the war in Ukraine, and now it looks like him and Russia are talking about it, but they're not even including Ukraine in those talks.
He said that most likely that Ukraine would probably not ever get all their land back.
Uh, I think they said it worse than that. I think they said it's not even reasonable to suggest it. the um, you know, Trump promised all these different things to people, and uh, you know, to me, it's funny because it's not funny, but the thing about the situation that's funny is that there has been people on the left and channels like this one and much larger, better ones than this one out there, um, on the TV and everywhere else, that has been yelling for months and months and months about this is what they're going to do. Don't listen to that. This is the plan. Here it is. Here's the plan. And then everybody acts surprised now that Trump didn't do that thing.
Now,
Like,
my the people I'm around yet, they haven't turned on him yet. See, they're all still like cheering him on, and I'm like,
yeah,
y'all even seen what he's fucking done? He ain't done nothing. I mean, he's rolled out a bunch of stupid like Gulf of America and shit like that. How is that improved your life in any way? You know what I mean? They're so easily placated with
Jon Stewart did a piece on the Daily Show
just dumb
making
shit.
fun of Trump having them announce that they were flying over the Gulf of America,
Yeah.
and that was some funny shit.
Yeah,
Uh,
it was. That was like the best John Stewart thing too.
yeah, he was on point with that one.
But did you know they swapped them out like when Desi came in and she,
Yeah,
like at the end, what's his name come in and unseated him, because he's a white man, and so
yeah,
it's like God Almighty. But it made the point.
yeah. There's
And there's been protests by the military families over the DEI thing in the military. And they even had women, okay, on the website for the Army and the Navy. There were like a section of like women achievements in the military.
right.
They scrubbed that off of the website.
Well, let's talk about the meritorious system.
I mean, I have a
That the
niece that's serving in the
merit
National Guard right now, and she's so,
meritocracy is
yeah.
I forget the word they used, but so let me get this straight. You don't want anyone to hire based on race of any sort. You want it based completely on somebody's merit, whether they're the best person for the job. And then you give the Pentagon to Pete Hegseth, who is a drunk rapist idiot, HHS to RFK, who is
A rapist idiot
drunk
too.
rapist idiot.
With a brainworm, with a dead brainworm in his head.
Brainworm, yeah, yeah. Uh, does his brainworm get an official title too? I wonder.
No, the brainworm's dead. It died. It starved,
Yeah, but still, does it get to vote? Because
but it's still up there.
it probably voted in the last election like 300 times. Uh, the Then you have Kash Patel, who obviously wants to destroy the FBI, and you can tell by what they're doing. Like, we're getting ready to fire all of the FBI agents, essentially. Like,
They're
that's what
going to
they're doing.
prosecute them. They're going to prosecute them.
Well, they're going to try to prosecute them. Yeah. The
I mean, try they
Well,
can't.
right now they're in court. Those FBI agents have already filed a class action lawsuit against
Yeah, but
the.
they'll end up firing those judges too. I mean,
They might.
there's nothing. If there's nobody that will make them follow the law, then they don't. They won't.
And really, that's really the thing, right? Well, hold on. Let me go back to the
Right.
meritorious thing. So you have complete bumbling fucking fools who are the heads of all these different cabinet positions And meanwhile, you're saying everything's going to be based on merit, and that's not what got them their jobs.
Yeah, yeah. A TV talk show host, or whatever news
Yeah,
show. Yeah, he was on the weekend report too. He wasn't even during the week, so he was a part. Uh, they fired, they let go all the air traffic control director or whatever, and disbanded the plane thing. And we had another plane crash today. So there's
yeah.
been 7 plane crashes or something like that.
So amazingly, whenever you trade out uh, um, an established system for complete fucking chaos, um, things tend to fall apart. So we're having plane crashes. We see the people that USAID was helping are now dying. There's people that have died because of things Trump has done in the last week.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Stopping the HIV vaccine stuff is
we
real bad.
we cut off a $40 billion program, USAID, which is what we use to help feed hungry people and help impoverished people around the world with all different kinds of things.
And the
Um,
Christians
it,
are celebrating.
it's the yeah, really, it's the main office that handles our outreach to other places in the world, and they shut down that $40 billion program because Elon Musk said he found a $57,000 discrepancy. Um,
Something about something. My mom mentioned something about a coloring book, a trans coloring book for like some other country or something. I said, "Mom," I said, "Are you serious? I mean, are you repeating that dumb shit?" And then let's see, condoms, and it was for Gaza, Africa. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
that
Not.
that's went from $50 million to $100 million in
Oh
condoms that
yeah,
were
they just fucking lying.
buying for Hamas because
And I
apparently,
mean, just like my mom, I told my mom, I said, "Do y'all?" I said, "Is there ever anything that is stupid enough they say on there that you all say that can't be true?" You know what
well,
I
I
mean?
mean,
Like, does anything ever cross your mind when you hear this dumb shit and say,
yeah,
"Surely that's a lie"? You know what I mean? I mean, is there anything they can't feed you?
well, one thing, Robin, is and it's easy to forget this because I think that too. Like, don't you look at that and think maybe I should look this up? Like, or at least look into it a little bit.
Well,
Like,
my mom and
but
dad used to be intelligent people. You know
with
what I mean?
but one of the things we know though is it's so much easier, especially when that person's on your side. You think, to accept someone at their word rather than do the work to find out it's a lie.
It's
And
stupid. It's just stupid. My mom and dad
I
used to be
know it
intelligent
is.
people, and now they have contracted RFK's brainworm.
Well, that's a possibility too. Hi there, look at the trees. I expect you to be in
Trees,
Kentucky this
John
summer.
Lovell, Al Trucker.
Um,
Is trees coming?
have you seen any of your Pangburn friends?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Well,
I didn't push it real hard. I posted it in chat, and they just kind of made fun of me over the misspelling
they
word.
made fun of my spelling.
They thought I did it though. Um,
Motherfucker, I'm probably coming. Well, if you don't know, then you're probably not.
oh,
Um,
Tsunami, I want you to come so bad, please, Father Charles.
Father Charles.
Welcome. We're talking about your buddy.
That's what it is, wasn't it? Um,
No, he just yeah.
so I mean, to say that Trump is a failure or a joke or a maniac or any of those things, it would be, normally we've said those things or whatever, and it's because, like we, we see the awful things Trump's done and whatever, and we're trying to warn people or inform people or whatever the case may be. But now we have this situation to where his base is getting royally fucked by him. Like his own people are getting fucked, and they're starting to turn away. There's every day there's more and more stories about all these Trump supporters that are upset because uh, of the things that Trump's doing. And I mean, I guess yes, we want you to vote left next time if there's another election. But at the same time, it's like you don't get off that fucking easy. Like you people have been yelling this for months, for years leading up to this election. People were talking about Project 2025 and what Trump plans to do and what he's going to do with money and people's rights and all the different stuff. And now they act surprised that, oh, none of that worked out. Oh, it turns out tariffs are actually what everybody's been saying they are all along. Like, what the fuck is wrong with people? It's they don't want to hear anything bad said about Donald Trump. Meanwhile, they don't realize that he's pretty much Hitler. Like they they are so, the confirmation bias and the cognitive dissonance that's required to just ignore the clearly fascist priorities of Donald Trump and his fellow Republicans. Like it's not a question of if they are fascist. They've shown that the definition, words have meanings, right? So the question is how much worse are they?
I think we need to invent a new word for him.
Yeah, I think we should.
Why did, when I typed in chat, I typed in there because look, I misspelled Charles. See, because I can't see my.
It showed up under my name too.
Yeah, both of us. Why does it do that?
So on the left side of the panel that you type in, it has a box with a drop down and it says all. If you switch that to one of the other, it will. If you switch it to Robin Webster, it'll only be you speaking.
I just go ahead. I don't understand what you're saying. We'll worry about that later.
Yeah, you're signed in on here in order to be able to forward this to your channel too. So it comes with some things. And also, Sumami, what are you talking about? You need to secure a cat watcher. We can find you a cat watcher for a few hours.
You can bring your cat, and you can stay at my house. And
there you go. You can go stay with Robin.
I've got to have a cat border anyways for my cats.
There you go.
I have like a cat house.
There you go. You and Robin can get together and start a cat house.
Yes.
I expect you to come, Sumami. I expect you to be here.
Yes, and Trees, you get with us. We will help you.
You will. Yes. Yeah, what are you talking about, Trees? Get with me.
Yes, we will help you. We plan on helping some people if we have to.
Trees, you've came here and visited before, and you're not that far away. It's pretty easy for me to help you get here. So get with me, and we'll take care of that. You can email me or call me or whatever. You have my phone number. And Sumami, on the other hand, Sumami, you got to come up here so I can smoke some of my weed with you. We'll get all stoned and throw pop bottles at cars or something.
I can't smoke weed, but I watch y'all smoke weed.
I plan to smoke as much weed as possible. Now that they said that I can legally.
And Richard's here too. Look here.
Yeah. How do we get rid of... I'm going to have to go back and find... Can I just hit like a different one? And then will it do it? Oh, okay. That works.
And Burius. Hello, Burius.
Huh. I made my first visit to Kentucky last year. I wanted to take a tour of the Bullet Distillery. I got better weed, I promise. Do you? Because I don't know that you do. Um, yeah, come over, Dan. We can smoke a blunt right now if you want.
Hey, Kentucky, we are known for our weed.
Yeah,
Like that and teenage pregnancies.
the weed I have right now is banana OG. Um, it's indica hydride is what I have, and
That's
yeah,
hilarious. That's hilarious. Amber, that's hilarious. Ah.
shit. That's a funny story, Amber. The um, but yeah, definitely trees. You got to make it, and trees. I can put you up with me if I need to, but yeah, yeah, I feel you, Dan. Dan, why don't you
But look, I'm getting blamed for this misspelling again. Look.
I already fixed the misspelling.
But not on my channel, I guess. Like
Yes, it. Oh, you know what? I bet it's messed up again because. Oh, now I do feel bad because I went whenever we added you to it. I went through and I bet I bet I made it to that. The spelling was fixed. I'm sorry. It was my doing. Um, I left the M out of incompetent.
it's a intentional um troll. Like, yeah.
Um, yeah,
It's a funny. It's a funny. Maybe I'm funny.
but Dan, shoot me an email at the Kentucky Atheist at Gmail, and I'll give you my number, and we can get together tomorrow or something and burn one, uh, if you want. Uh, I've been smoking pot with Dan since like middle school or something. So uh,
Every time you say Dan, I think of Dan Pawsey.
there's Cropsy Kills.
I'm like, oh, I'm like, see him. He already can't
Cropsy
think.
Kills in the chat is actually one of my high school friends, um, who watches some of our stuff. Uh, Dan was one of my real good friends growing up. Him and his brother were like my closest friends, and we hung out all the time. And his older brother unfortunately passed away a number of years ago, and Dan and I ran back into each other at some point and have tried to stay in touch and stuff. But we've Dan there, he can tell you everything I say on here is true. I
Thank you,
don't
John.
bullshit.
Thank you, John. Thank you. He said there are some goofy people in this chat.
Yeah,
You're here, John. You're here.
you're in the right place then.
Yeah, you're
The,
right at home.
but so back onto somewhat of a topic though. Do I mean, do people still think that prices are going to come down, or like the Trump supporters?
I don't know. I've been off Facebook because I just it's just like I just want to just constantly post shit like and it's just getting to where I want to just really yeah I have to live here.
Various Slack. I hit the like and set up for all notifications.
Thank you,
Awesome.
Various.
Get you a 99-cent membership, and you can get in on the member streams too. That's where the those are the spiciest streams, is the members ones.
Yeah, we
More,
can do anything there. We have
yeah, more shit pops off on the member streams than
yeah,
anything.
get nudes and
Um,
everything.
Now on my Patreon, which it'll be coming up soon. I'm gonna start filming that this weekend actually. Um, I'll be doing like smoke sessions with other creators, and we'll sit down and burn one and talk about other stuff, joke around and have a good time. Not on any topic really. If that's something you're interested in, join my Patreon. Uh, there'll be other stuff on there too, but specifically that, like the smoke session with other creators, I want to do. But yeah, stop tomorrow. On your way, Dan, stop and pick up a blunt wrap. But yeah, maybe I'll have Dan come and talk to me one day. Dan would sit down for an interview with me, being somebody who's went to the same schools as me and experienced the same crazy religious fucks that are in this part of the state. But we'll see. I'll try to get Dan to come to the Ark Encounter protest. I'm organizing a protest, Dan. You need to come.
It's going to be a
July
big deal.
6th. It's going to be a big deal. I may not be famous for it, but the protest will be famous. The protest will be remembered even if I won't.
Hey, if it gets that big, we need to make sure that there is a news channel there.
I'm contacting the media. Whether they come or not, I can't control. But once we get closer and I know a number, I'll give the media, I'll contact them like a week beforehand.
Richard, I don't have to have a degree in economics to know that what this idiot is doing is not sound. I do not. I'm sorry, but I do not.
Yeah. Do you all still think what I think? Without a degree in economics within a free market system, none of us can say if what the current admin wants to do is sound. Yeah, we totally can. And also, just so you know, my computer science degree, it was a business degree, my first one, and so I did have economics and all that. My degree wasn't in economics, but I have a business degree, so I would think that qualifies me enough.
In middle school, I learned that tariffs were bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if we were relying on educated people to make decisions, we wouldn't be in this mess, would we? Now, just saying. And I don't know what your education is like, Richard, but much of the right wing crowd is they relied on them being stupid.
No, not stupid, misinformed or
They preyed on ignorance.
My parents are not stupid. See, I know my parents are not stupid.
I'm not saying everyone.
I mean, I'm not saying you were saying that, but I mean that's been a sense of cognitive dissonance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Knowing that my parents are not shitty people and thinking they're shitty people, and then knowing that they're not stupid but thinking they're stupid.
There can be any number of reasons that someone decided to vote for Trump. I mean, I boil it down to about 3, but there could be any number of reasons that they decided to do that. The thing is all I'm saying is that the right wing definitely preys on the ignorant. Like, they make it a point to go after people who are uninformed, misinformed, and that. So, I'm in construction operator, barely finished high school. Okay. And that's fine. One of the things that I've said on here a number of times, Richard, is that we all have different skills and things that we're good at. Like, I may have learned a lot about computer science or later on actual science in college, but for the person who can run a farm or work on cars or build a house or do any number of things that I don't know how to do, I don't see as any one of those things being any better than the other. I think that we would be smarter to work together than to be so focused on our egos and try to make it out like my job is better than your job. Like we all do things to survive.
I'm a
And
meal caller. My job is better. Yes, it is.
yes,
And I want to say hello to Patriot Government. I can't get the name right.
don't your hands get tired milking all them cows to fill up that truck?
No, 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 no. No. Patriot Government TV. Yes. I was hello. I'm glad you joined us. Um, and Ways to Human is here too. Hey AJ. Um, no, my hands don't get tired milking them cows.
Yeah, well, I was just
I
wondering.
cannot milk a cow.
I didn't. Now
I will admit I cannot milk a cow.
I didn't bring my economics degree or anything here, Robin. So I didn't know. Okay. Uh,
I can tell you that any man who can bankrupt casinos does not have sound
yeah.
epistemology
Yeah.
about running a business or a country or and you don't pick a fight with your two best neighbors. I mean,
and
like Canada. Have we ever even had an argument with Canada? I
Canada
mean,
hates
I
us
don't
now.
even think we've
Yeah.
ever even like had a lover spat with them,
No.
and now we have picked a fight with both countries on either side of us.
Yeah.
Why? I
Yeah.
mean, it's like going and picking on. You know, I mean, Canada. There's nobody that is in Canada that is we should be trying to fight.
No, you're right. The it's it's pretty sad when you have to. Well, I mean that's been the thing though. He's attacked all of our allies in one way or another. He's talked shit about.
He's fired them up though because they're boycotting like all over the world. They're boycotting our stuff. You know what I mean? There is a big boycott. I mean, they're going to the world is working together to like hurt us bad because of this. Like Canada's like there's like protests everywhere and I seen where a whole bunch of like the EU countries and stuff like that are going to they're going to boycott us.
Yeah. The funny thing is though is like we did this once, right? Where we made Donald Trump the idiot president, and it ended with him, his mishandling of the pandemic causing, like lots and lots of death and the worst job numbers and economy numbers and uh, he is it's objectively true to say that Donald Trump is the worst president in United States history. It's been voted on and assessed by people that know, and they've came to that conclusion. So when you talk about ranking the presidents, Donald Trump is at the bottom of that list. So that being said, like when you go on about like, because you heard all the people leading up to this, like, oh, our country's just in such a terrible place and everything's so
It's in
awful.
decline. It's in
Yeah,
decline.
in decline. America's the laughing stock, and we've got this inflation.
We are now.
Yeah, I mean, we had less inflation than the rest of the world. We weren't the laughing stock. If anything, we were actually doing very well. The economy broke record after record every day. Every day we were breaking new records in the stock market.
Yeah, and the stock market's been like going up. It's been just like not knowing what to do. I mean,
Yeah.
you just can't cause chaos
So
on this stage. And and here the worst thing is the USAID, where they canceled the USAID.
yeah,
Okay, there's like billions of dollars that we spend. Hey, Maud, that we spend buying food from our farmers and sending it over there to feed people. And now they're not going to buy the farmers' food anymore.
well,
It's like
the
a huge number that it just like their market now. You know what I mean? So it's going to put our farmers. It's going to hurt their.
yeah, yeah, I think for sure. But it's like we have all this data to go on, and like even if you thought that Joe Biden was corrupt and awful and all these things. You don't fix that by voting in the guy that's 50 spots under him on the list of well, 35 spots. Well, actually, let's be right about it. What, 30 spots under him on the best and worst presidents in history. The worst person that you could have, the worst person we know of that you could have elected, they elected because they were mad about inflation, which again, we had less than other countries. Um, we were bouncing back from it and doing well, other than some greedy businesses that wanted to, price gouge everybody because they didn't make money for a year. Which, while that's wrong, I get their thinking. But now it's
You
like I get the thinking of the greedy companies that price gouged us. Yes,
do?
I get I get what they're thinking.
That's kind of scary.
I don't agree with what they're thinking. I
Oh,
understand what they're thinking. The and it's like, well, how could we make all this worse?
let's just
Like,
burn it down. Let's burn DC down. Let's destroy the FBI, the court systems, the um, every institution, the Department of Education. That's the best thing right there. When you have a bunch of uneducated citizens, you go ahead and just kill the Department of Education.
yeah, yeah, they, and unfortunately, they went around convincing people that it's because kids go to school and come home with a sex change, apparently.
And in our state, me and Joe's state, is already filed a bill to put the Ten Commandments up. You know, or
Yeah,
2 weeks ago,
yeah,
and
that's
and we've got this department. What is it called? The Department of um, something Christian bias, anti-Christian bias, or something like that. Where they're going to stomp out anti-Christian bias, and
the
um,
Department of fuck around and find out.
but they yeah that's what they were waiting for, is that Department of Education, so they could slide in there and put that the Ten Commandments in the schools, and priests as the the counselors in schools, which is Kentucky is already legal. And
Yeah,
here we come, Dark Ages.
here we come.
I need to get me a horse.
And, you know, the surprising thing to me about all of it, though, has to be that, like, it's not that I never thought there would be a time when American values and democracy itself would be in jeopardy in some way. I just didn't ever think that over half of Americans would be cheering for it. You know, like that's the fucked up part about it, and not cheering for it because they're awful people. Some of them are awful people. Um, Cheering for it because they don't know any better. Cheering for things that are obviously against their own self-interest, but they're too dumb to know any different.
Uh,
Um,
I have a meme that says, "This is how democracy dies," to thunderous applause.
yeah, yeah. That's the that's the craziest part about this whole thing to me is that you have so many people that you couldn't, given all the time in the world, you couldn't explain to them why Trump is bad or why Republicans are corrupt. You could not explain it to them because just like how we sometimes as atheists have conversations with theists and they just can't wrap their mind around the fact that they might be wrong. You have that same sort of thing going on here where it's like they nobody wants to be wrong. And if they start giving a little give here, oh yeah, Trump did lie about all these things, or oh yeah, he did mishandle a pandemic, or any of the things that if they start to give that, yes, he did less than a stellar job on those things, then they know that it all starts to fall a point at that. It all starts to fall apart at that point because you get on this thing where it's like, well, if you think this thing Trump did is bad, then he did all these other things exactly like that you must think are bad too.
I was gonna
And
say, if you think that was bad, I guarantee I can find something worse.
yeah,
Because he done a whole lot of bad shit. You know what I mean? Like objectively
yeah.
bad.
And I think that idea and this disconnect that we have because of electronics and social media and all that stuff, I think that there's there's the group of uninformed, ignorant to anything reasonable people that voted for Trump because they liked the color of orange he is or whatever, like just
No,
whatever people.
yeah.
But then there's like you also have at some point this group of people that knows that certain things are bad and they're willing to sacrifice the rest of us to not be wrong. Uh, they're willing to let people die all over the world and let families go without food on their table and let Americans, um, not just Americans, but veterans even, um, go hungry without food on their table or medical care or anything. They're willing to put everyone else through that just so they don't have to say they were wrong about something, which to me is, I have trouble separating like dumb people from bad people sometimes. And obviously there's overlap in those two things, but if you know a thing is bad and you support the person because you think the other person's bad too, I guess that doesn't make it right. It's like this thing with Israel and Hamas. Hamas is a terrorist organization. The Palestinian people are not. Um, the Everyone has looked at this situation in Israel and tried to find the good guy in this, whether it's, oh, Israel is the good guys, or, oh, no, see, the Palestinians are the good guys, or Hamas is the good guys in some cases. And you've had all this stuff, and you know what? It turns out that there aren't any. That there's just bad guys and innocent civilians. That's it. And the bad guys are killing the innocent civilians while you sit and worry about which one of them's gooder or badder or whatever. Like it's such a stupid fucking thing that we do this, that we have to view things as an all one way or all the other thing. And sometimes that's just not how it is. It's like you can like Trump for, you personally can, I don't, but you can like Trump for any reason you choose to like him, and think that one reason makes him a great president. And I mean, the great president part, we can objectively say that's not true, but the like, at what cost to others are you willing to have your ego stroked, right? Like, are we going to put a fascist dictator in place because you don't want to say you were wrong about January 6th or the price of eggs or anything else that Trump ever said or did? Hi, Max.
Or draining the swamp. Yes, hello, Max. Love you too. And you are awesome. And politics, philosophy, and fitness. Thank you for coming by. I saw a couple of my Discord people tonight.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you came here just to see Robin, you're lucky because I'm not on screen. I'm sick, and um, this is what I look like right now. Maybe if I can get it up here. Maybe not. I tried to do it.
No,
Here's
he just is sick. He's sick and he doesn't feel like being on stream. He's yeah.
yeah.
We almost
You
canceled, but he's made it through it. But it's 6:55, so we're probably getting down to the last few minutes because we we are gonna direct, right?
Yep.
We're gonna redirect to the transpositions, where we will hopefully get to see our lovely Ember and the lovely Bree and the lovely Stephanie and Kaylee. I don't know if she's there or not, or Kylie, but so he will redirect
Yeah.
there. So you won't even have to change the channel. It'll just go straight over there to them.
No, just hang out when the show ends. Um, I'll even not play the outro credits so you don't have to sit through them. And just set tight and it'll take you over there automatically. Now they've been starting a little bit late. Um,
No.
yeah, yeah. So
Carly.
I know that like last week or 2 weeks ago, everybody showed up from the raid and was gone by the time they started, getting into stuff. Um, so maybe somebody keep an eye on that and let me know when their show actually starts, and we'll make sure we get out of here to get
All right.
everybody over there.
You say, what'd he say? He said, tell him I got something going to waste in my ginger root.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say something dirty.
Oh, he said I've got some ginger root going to waste in my pantry.
Yeah, well, your pantry's probably not close to rural Kentucky, so thank you. Um,
And
I've
yeah.
I've got some herbs here. I'll try after we get off here. To be honest, I've taken Dayquil and Sudafed already today to try and be dried up enough to be able to do this, and it's working fine for my sinuses. But now my mouth and throat is so dry that I'm going to end up losing my voice if we go on. Generally, what I take
I like Alka-Seltzer
zinc.
cold. That's a shit.
Well, I take zinc and vitamin C, vitamin D, and a multivitamin. Um, that's what I take, and I haven't like here in the last year. I think I've been sick like twice, but leading up to this, I haven't been sick in years and years. But I'm getting old, and
And you don't sleep well, and that harms your immune system pretty. You know
do
what I mean? That,
do you know that every night since I got my weed license, I have slept
oh, did you?
every single
So
every single
are
night.
you still
Yeah.
sleeping with your thing on?
I haven't used it in like a month.
Oh, well, that's why you need.
Yeah,
I ain't
but
gonna lecture you, but
yeah, I mean, I do need to get back to using it regularly, and then even if I have to take a night or two and not use it or something, then that's fine. But I do need to be using it. Uh, the
I've never had trouble sleeping. I can like lay down and I play one little story, bedtime story, the same one I've been listening to for like 3 years now, every night. And I never, I've heard it all before, but I never make it past like the first 2 or 3 minutes of it, and I'm out.
yeah,
That's it. Only time, and then I wake up and I have to pee. That's the only time I ever get up is I have to pee.
dude, my girlfriend can go to sleep like anywhere at any time.
Me too.
In fact, I think she's gotten up in the middle of the night and went to go pee and like fell asleep
Fell
on the
asleep.
toilet and
I
fell
have
off the
to.
toilet.
Yeah, I can
Uh,
sleep anytime. I can sleep. I sleep in the truck sitting up, and
I'm sure she'll appreciate me telling that story.
she probably
Um,
don't care. I pee. I fell asleep on the toilet too, Laura.
she doesn't watch this shit. Who am I kidding? Uh, the she can just go to sleep like she can be like I'm tired, and I can be in mid sentence and her go to sleep. Hell, she can be in mid sentence and fall asleep. Um, I can't do that. It takes me hours to go to sleep, and then if I wake up, it's over. It's hours more usually. But since I started taking my indica gummies at night, I've been sleeping every night.
Cool. Well, I'm glad you're getting rest again.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Now that I'm getting rest, I got sick. But
There goes my theory on
yeah,
the. All right. Well, it's 7:01. You think they're there yet? You want me to go check on
yeah.
them?
We'll just go ahead and wrap it up, and that way we're doing our part.
Thank y'all, everybody that showed up. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, everyone that shows up and hangs out with us for these little political conversations and stuff. We'll be
Transposition.
back in 2 weeks with this again, and when we come back, I'll have clips and stuff ready and stuff, and we'll get back into it full force. These first couple shows I've just kind of taken and me and Robin just hang out and talk about what we think about politics going on at the time.
And y'all check out the crowdfunding for the Ark Encounter protest
It's in the
and try to
description.
make plans to come. But we've got the PayPal and the GoFundMe going already, and
Yeah.
it's going to be big. It's going to be big. We're going to have a lot of big people there.
Yeah. Show up and see Aaron Ra or Durante Lamar or Secular Rarity, Vostrano, Godless Engineer, him at Meta, the Friendly Atheist. I mean, just
Hemet.
and more. There's more than that, but
Does anybody
uh,
not like Hemet? I mean, I
oh,
don't know.
I know.
He's just awesome.
He's that's actually one of the working on taking care of him right now on some of his needs to make it happen. But
And I'm going to be dressed as Pebbles, so you can see me with a bone in my hair.
now I will say this, that so the protest is on Sunday, and I have the rooms and stuff that I'm reserving and everything will be for Saturday night, Sunday night, and expecting you to check out on Monday. You can come and stay if you're staying in the hotel and they allow it. You can come and stay 1 day or 3 days or 5 days or whatever you want to do. The Now, if you stay in one of like the rooms with people, like one of the Airbnbs, you'll be paying for that up front. So you might as well stay for the 3 days. The But yeah, any way you want to do it, and um, no, not this Sunday. The art protest is July 6th.
July 6th.
But we have all those great guests planned, and there's no price of tickets to come and join us. So come join us, and
Bring water. Bring water.
yeah, bring water. I will have water there. But bring your own water. The And if you need to talk to me about like arrangements or whatever, get a hold of me and I'll help if I can. There's a lot going on, but go check out the on my YouTube channel under my regular videos. I posted it. It's the last thing I posted before today. Our most recent promotional advertisement for the Ark Encounter protest, and check out the funding options in the description. Uh, and do me a favor, if you don't care, like go share the video that's got the ad on it, so that because it tells in the title of that the funding options are in the description. If you guys don't care, share that video for me and help me out to reach more people so that we can have
We
the
want the
biggest
biggest one. We want to be the biggest protest.
Yeah, it's going to be big.
Yeah.
But
We
I'm
want to be
stepping
big.
all over Transposition's toes right now, so
Right. Bye, y'all.
definitely hang out and go over there and see those people. Thank you so much for coming. Love you all. Goodbye.